This is the story of the sing-song of Old Man Kangaroo. Once upon a time, a very long time ago, the kangaroo didn't look like the kangaroo we know today. He was a very different animal with 4 short legs. He was gray and he was woolly and his pride was simply enormous. He spent his days dancing on an outcrop right in the middle of Australia. And one day, he decided he needed a change. So he went to the little god Nqa. He arrived at 6 o'clock, even before breakfast, and said, "Make me different from all other animals by 5 this afternoon." Well, little God Nqong jumped up from his seat on the sandflat and shouted, "Go away!" But this kangaroo was not discouraged. He was, after all, gray and woolly and his pride was inordinate. He danced on a rock ledge in the middle of Australia and then he went to the middle god Nqong. He went to Nqong at 8, just after breakfast, saying, "Make me different from all other animals. And also make me wonderfully popular by 5 this afternoon." Up jumped Nqong from his burrow in the spinifex and shouted, "Go away!" Still, this kangaroo was persistent. He was gray and he was woolly and his pride, as you know, was inordinate. He danced on a sandbank in the middle of Australia and then he went to the Big God Nqong. He went to Nqong at 10, before dinner time, and made his request. "Make me different from all other animals. Make me popular and wonderfully run after by 5 this afternoon." This time the response was different. Big God Nqong jumped up from his bath in the salt pan and shouted, "Yes, I will." Nqong then called for Dingo Yellow-Dog Dingo, who was always hungry and dusty from the sunshine. Nqong pointed to the kangaroo and said, "Dingo, wake up, Dingo. Do you see that gentleman dancing over there? He wants to be popular and very truly run after. Dingo, make him so." Up jumped Dingo Yellow-Dog Dingo, and he squinted at the kangaroo. "What, that cat rabbit?" he said. And with that, off ran Dingo, always hungry, grinning like a coal scuttle, chasing after the kangaroo. And off went the proud kangaroo on his 4 little legs, scampering like a bunny. This, my friends, is where the first part of our tale ends. He ran through the desert. He ran through the mountains. He ran through the salt pans. He ran through the reed beds. He ran through the blue gum trees. He ran through the spinifex grass. He ran and he ran until his front legs ached. He had to. And behind him still ran Dingo Yellow-Dog Dingo, always hungry, grinning like a rat trap, never getting any closer, but never falling any farther behind. He just kept running after kangaroo. He had to. And still ran Kangaroo Old Man Kangaroo. He ran through the tea trees. He ran through the mulga scrub. He ran through the long grass. He ran through the short grass. He ran across the tropics of Capricorn and Cancer. He ran until his hind legs ached terribly. He had to. And still ran Dingo Yellow-Dog Dingo, getting hungrier and hungrier, grinning like a horse collar, never getting nearer, never getting farther. And then they came to the Wollongong River. Now there wasn't a bridge. And there wasn't a ferry boat, and Kangaroo had no idea how to get across. So he stood on his back legs, gathered all his strength, and hopped. He had to. He hopped through the Flinders Ranges. He hopped through the Cinders Desert. He hopped through all the deserts in the middle of Australia. He hopped just like a kangaroo. And this, my friends, ends the second part of our tale. He hopped on his hind legs. He hopped through the Darling Downs. He hopped through the Rums. He hopped through the ruins of the broken hills. He hopped like a cricket, like a grasshopper, like a flea. He hopped. Behind him still ran Dingo Yellow-Dog Dingo, very, very hungry now, and very, very angry, grinning like a torn boot, but never getting any closer, never falling any farther behind. He hopped across the Bight. He hopped across the heights. He hopped across the billabongs from sunrise to sunset. He had to. Then, finally, Old Man Kangaroo, who was all out of breath, saw the Big God Nqong sitting by a swamp, waiting. Kangaroo was too tired to speak. He just sat down and panted. It was 5 o'clock. "Well, Kangaroo," said Nqong, "have I made you different from all the other animals?" Kangaroo looked at his front legs. They had become short and arm-like. Then he looked at his hind legs. They had grown long and strong, like a frog's. "Yes," said Kangaroo. "I am quite different now. Have I made you popular and wonderfully run after?" asked Nqong. "Yes," said Kangaroo. "That dingo has been chasing me all day. Have I made you very truly run after?" asked Nqong. "Yes," said Kangaroo. "I must have run thousands of miles." "Then what are you complaining about?" said Nqong. "Well," said Kangaroo, "he's going to chase me again. Can't you stop him?" Just then, Yellow-Dog Dingo arrived, panting with his tongue hanging out. He looked at Nqong and asked, "Is it 5 o'clock yet?" Nqong said, "Yes, Dingo." Dingo sat down and said, "Well, I've chased him all day and I'm no closer than when I started." "What do I do now?" Nqong turned to Kangaroo. "You've had your wish. You're different from all other animals. Now, what will you give me as a thank you?" Kangaroo had nothing to give, so he thought for a moment and said, "If you'll make Yellow-Dog Dingo stop chasing me, I'll give you my full attention for the rest of my life." Said Nqong, thinking. "I can't stop Dingo, but I can give you something that will help you." He whispered a magic word in Kangaroo's ear. "It's a magic," Nqong explained, "that will give you a great advantage. Your hind legs will be your power, your tail will be your balance, and you will hop, faster than any dog can run. As long as you don't stop hopping, Dingo will never catch you." Yellow-Dog Dingo, hearing this, let out a howl of frustration. He knew now that his dinner was forever out of reach. And from that day on, Old Man Kangaroo, with his powerful hind legs and strong tail, hopped all over Australia. And Yellow-Dog Dingo, forever hungry, could only watch, always a step behind. And that is the tale of how the kangaroo got his hop. He was made different, he was made popular, and he was most certainly made to be run after. All because of his inordinate pride and a little help from the gods of Australia. So next time you see a kangaroo hopping gracefully through the fields, remember the story of Old Man Kangaroo and the day he learned to hop for his life. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed this classic tale. If you did, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more stories. See you next time.